Hi folks, welcome to 36 degrees. My batteries are no longer charged. It's kind of dark and dreary out. Once again, it feels like snow. It's a little after 2. It is still December 5th, Friday, 0.7 degrees centigrade and 34. You guys can see that, 34. So it's probably quarter after 2. I gotta adjust that clock. Actually, I can't adjust that clock, which is one of the reasons why it's still an hour off. Alright, I guess I'm kind of looking at the generators from the best to the worst. And you guys could hear that little 2-cycle running. That's an example of your really on sale coupon model $79 Harbor Freight generator, or if you pay full price, I think it's $119. So there you go, 63 cc's, 900 watts, 800 watts, 2 horsepower, 2-stroke. Kind of putting it over here. Get some of the noise out of the way. So there it sits, there it runs. So what's the nice thing about it? It's cheap, very cheap, very, very cheap. That's the voltage it's putting out, and you can see the voltages all over the place, from 132 and a half, 135, 134, right, 129. So how's that voltage regulation? And I don't even have a load on it yet. Okay, these are about 130 watts. There you can see 136 watts. But as the voltage goes around, the watt value goes around. I don't know if you can tell, they're flickering a little bit. Back to voltage. You see the voltage is now going from 119 toward 127. So the voltage tightened up a little bit with the load. And the frequency, 63, 64. If I turn it off, 67, 64. So, I mean, it's counting all over the place. But the important thing to note is, let's say you got the thing idling away and you turn something on. Well, first of all, you're going to slam it with anywhere from 135 to a low voltage. Once it's on, it drops right down, comes back up. Your frequency, once again, counting all over the place. Back to voltage. Let's go to current. Let's turn this thing on. From a frequency point of view, but when I turn it off, once again, watch the voltage. So just imagine if you had your TV set hooked to that, and the puppy suddenly the refrigerator cycled or whatever. Just think of those voltage spikes running through your system. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Here, I'm going to try the heater, see how many. This is 800 watts, which is the maximum value. You can see the voltage is down. You can hear it straining. right? I mean, there is heat coming out of it, but you can hear that it doesn't particularly care for that. Why would I buy one of these? Let's say I just needed something to run some light bulbs. Matter of fact, okay, that's disconnected. Plug this in. Excuse the poor camera work. Come on, give me a watt meter. For some reason it's not giving me a watt value. That's interesting. Nope, there it is. So 225 watts. If I turn these on. Right. 350 watts. Lights are all lit. Even the CFC. Voltage. It's pretty stable. Nothing what light bulbs can't handle. And once again, light bulbs aren't all that fussy about the frequency. Even CFCs aren't too fussy. So, if I just wanted to run lights, and I just wanted to run like grinders and circular saws, this generator will do it. I mean, particularly for the grinder, it has no problem with that. Turn off the gas. There are a few things one should do. I looked this thing up on the internet, spent a little time doing a little research on it. One of the first things you should do when you buy it is buy a replacement spark plug. They have like long life or true life, or I forgot the name of the spark plug. Maybe it doesn't even have anything to do with life. But generally speaking, they're lousy. So I recommend changing the plug right up front. The second thing is you take off this cover. You got the air filter in here. The carburetor's right over there. When I wanted to start it, rather than pull on the pull string 100 times, break the pull string, get angry, throw it over my head, what I did is I gave it the tiniest little spritz of starting fluid, put the cover back on, put the choke on, pulled it, started on the first pull, see, it's all happy, it's all running. The gas I put into it, I put in premix. It's a little, it's probably a little throbby, because it says that I should be using 50 to 1. I used 40 to 1. That is a tendency to be, a little more oil than it needs. But there it is. If I had a choice between owning that generator and sitting in the dark, obviously you buy that generator, you could fire up a few light bulbs with it, you could probably power a battery charger on it, but if the battery charger has a ground, you might want to be careful. I'm not sure if that thing is running 55 on each leg, 55 volts on each leg, or if it actually puts 110 volts on one leg and neutral or ground on the other. So if you have a battery charger and you plug it into that, a lot of times battery chargers, if they have a ground on them, they kind of tie the ground and neutral together at the battery charger, and when you start running 55 on each leg, the battery charger goes poof. How do I know? Because I cooked one. So if you have a battery charger without a ground, it's probably okay. And you want a simple battery charger. By simple, I mean no computerized, thinks for you and, gradually charges your battery, no microprocessor controlled battery charger. You want your simple transformer and 2 diodes if it's kind of center tap trans. Yeah, you don't want, where is it? Like this guy's like computer operated, so you don't want that. You want a simple one. I don't think I have one just lying here at the moment, so I can't show it to you. So 79 to 119, that gets you your basic lights and cutting a piece of wood. And you heard it with 800 watts worth of heater on it. It was working its butt off. I probably wouldn't do that. I probably wouldn't run that at rated value. It says it's good for 800 continuous. If you want it to last, I'd probably keep it down to 500 and you'd probably be all good. What I'm going to do next is power up the Generac. And I don't think I got a couple of these Monster Briggs & Stratton noisemakers. Like, I think that's a Toro there. You can see the head is off of it. Turns out a very low hour generator, but for some reason it threw a rod. There's oil in it, and the oil looks like it was lightly used, but it threw a rod. You went back when the recoil was on it, you pull it and it goes round and round and it does nothing. This Porter cable, this one has a good engine, and I think the alternator head is blown on it, so I was actually going to put those two together. And I think there's one more floating around here without a recoil starter. Then there's one belt drive one over there in the cart that I should actually go pick up and get it out of there. It's not good to leave those rot through the winter. Alright, so I'm going to make another. Probably what I'll do is I'll just make a series of generator videos one at a time. So if you guys are out thinking of buying generators, you can look at each one and figure out which one you like best. For the money, this works. I mean, it's powered my house and other houses. $299 if you get it on sale. And from a longevity point of view, it's several years old. Probably has 400 hours on it, so it's happy. It's running. There you go. All right, folks. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, live, love, and have a great time. Make sure you enjoy all your days. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Please continue. Bye.